Hi, Chantal here from Grounded Mind. How are you doing today? As you can hear, I'm very, very bunged up, hence why I haven't posted for a few days. I've had an awful cold and I haven't had a cold for such a long time, so it's a bit of a knock to the system. But yes, all good, all good. Yeah, and I suppose it's prompted me really to speak about when we do get ill and how we envisage and see the future with our chronic conditions, our symptoms. When I first had vestibular migraine, whenever I got a cold, I was so scared that it was going to trigger my symptoms. But you can be ill, you can have a cold, you can have a flu without it being symptomatic related. Not, it doesn't have to cause dizziness, it doesn't have to cause tinnitus, doesn't have to cause any of the symptoms that you experience. And we also don't have to fear, because it's the fear that creates the symptoms. And so yeah, you are allowed to be sick and not have any symptoms regarding your vestibular issues. Absolutely. I mean, I haven't got any vestibular issues, I haven't got any tinnitus, or my head's full of cold, but I don't feel paranoid about anything happening via what they have diagnosed me with, if you like. So it's all about how we talk to ourselves and what we tell ourselves. We can compartmentalise, we can feel ill, we can feel sad, we can feel the sensations that our body gives to us, because it's our brain's way of just, letting us know that it's working. And we can decompartmentalise, if you like. We can put one thing to the side and say, right, I've got a cold, I'm going to blow my nose all day and drink Lemsip and be okay, or have honey and lemon, or whatever way you treat your colds, without thinking I'm going to be dizzy, or I'm not going to be able to drive, or I'm not going to be able to do this or do that. We need to think differently. I think one of the biggest things that I can see through this network of people that I speak to is it's around belief, and it's around, but what if it's this, what if it's that? And it's the mindset shift that we need to have. And I know it's difficult when you're having symptoms, but just think if you can try and look at the situation and speak to it differently, almost talk to yourself and believe what you're saying. And if you don't believe what you're saying, still say it until you start believing it. We need to create those safety neurons. We need to create those safety pathways. We need to create the safety in our brain so that our brain does respond differently to things. And so yes, so we are allowed to be ill without it causing us to be, without it stirring up our symptoms. I wanted to share that today, and I hope it helps, and I'll be back feeling a lot better. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.